Cooper's, the stripper that gets it off every time. Hi everybody, back again today, and we're going to be showing you how easy it is to strip varnish off a chair. So that's how you do the wood turning with a bit of steel wool. You've got the stripper on first and it just comes off really easy. But I'm going to focus a little more on the top of this chair. So I'm just going to lay it down. So well, this is the stripper. Get the light a bit better for you. That's better. So this is the chair we picked up last week from a local hospice store, and for the massive price of $4. So you can, I mean, it looks pretty scruffy as it was, but with a little bit of simple work you can have something that would cost many hundreds of dollars. So let's show you how you can do that. So the red one, the stripper, goes on first, and what we're doing is what we're is taking off what's on the surface. So part one, so strip what's on the surface. So the stripper goes on and we let it do its thing. Now we never know exactly how long we leave it on for. Depends on what the varnish or paint wants to do. So every now and again we do a little test, and that this is varnish is pretty straightforward. Most varnishes are 2 to 5 minutes. So what we do is just make sure we're in the sun, which is not really recommended. We prefer to be in the shade, but it's a nice day out here today, so we thought we'd do it here. Okay, now this is a one of our copper detail brushes, and it's very soft, and what we're doing here is just massaging along here into these grooves. It's all very easy. I think this chair's made from tawa, which is a New Zealand native. That part there I might just use a bit of an end of steel wool. Then we go to part two. We actually just put a little bit more stripper on, just to, if there's anything else lurking in the grain, we want to be able to get at that. And we normally leave it for a couple of minutes. We won't need to do that today. And again, just goes into the grain. The stripper's virtually pH neutral, so it's not going to bleach anything, fur anything. You can see those lovely honey colours coming out. The bristles go into those grooves, those little flutes that have been put in there. The carvings are no issue at all. And then we find ourselves another brush, and we get our blue liquid. So we'll just show you the guide again. So we've done number 1 and 2, so we've got off what's on and in the wood. Number 3, our flushing, coloured blue to go with the blue liquid. And this is our rinse. And rag. So this is a paraffin based spirit, which gives us a bit of extra scrub time. Clean brush. This is not a neutralizer. A lot of people think it's for neutralizing. It's not. There's actually nothing to neutralize with our stripper. It's just simply there to rinse out soft residues. So spray, scrub, spray, wipe. And that's even better than I thought it might be. Let's smack on. Okay, now up here. Now we have a little check we always do, and that is we say the wet look, that's the wet flush look, is the finish look. So if you put a clear coat of whatever on, this is the colour you're going to get. So this is all brushing so far. Sometimes we, on the flat surfaces, we have our grip pads. You can see the sparkles possibly there. That's a grip that's in it. And on the top edge here, where it's been worn away with grease from people's hands, this will sort of blend all that together. And you would use the grip pad on most of these flat surfaces that you see. So you just choose what's the appropriate scrubbing material for the job. And then we, while I've got this on its side, I'll do the rail up there. Now, let's see if I can put this where I can reach it. So again, we obviously you'd turn it around to do the other side, but I'll just leave it like this for now. Obviously when you see a chair like this, you freak out with all the turnings, but the turnings are absolutely no drama at all. So that's all come up spick and span. So that's now ready for any finish that you want. Where have I got that bit better there, Arthur? Yeah. So, you could polyurethane it, Danish oil it, you could put whatever potion you have, you could paint it, whatever you want. Now when this dries out and all the rinse goes, it'll always go a bit more pale, but remember it always comes back to that darker colour when it's flushed. So I want to show you our wood finish again. So at this point you can choose whatever way you go as far as finishing goes. We make a product called Moisturiser. It's a blend of gum, oil and wax. Think of it like a skincare for wood, and it's really, really ideal for this type of piece. So I think the colour looks fine. So we just slap that on. You got rip saws going around today and buses and planes. It's all exciting. So we slap that on and we leave that on for a couple of days to drink up. It's the first feed it's had in many years, and same would go here. And any end grains sort of like down here, I didn't strip that before, but that when it is stripped, it's gonna, and you can even see on top, I think it's starting to, you can see it actually starts to drink in where the any raw wood's been. And all you do is you keep it fed with moisturiser until it doesn't absorb anymore. Normally 2 days is plenty of time. Now we'll just pretend we've been here 2 days, and what you'll find is it's still sticky. It doesn't dry, and so what we do then is we get a dry cloth and we just simply buff the surplus off. Moisturiser is quite unique to us. We've been making it for 30 odd years now, and you just buff off any of the surplus. So it's a really, really, really simple way of restoring a chair. And that's pretty amazing. So again, I'll do the chair down flat, and again just use the rag like a rope. And do that. Where can we stick it down the ground? I think we have a little
Next to the nature?
yeah, there's nature there.
Yeah.
So that's all we'll be doing on it today. But you can just see how simple this can be. Again, if you know anyone around the world that might benefit from these live stream videos we're doing, if you can share this with them, that'll be great. We supply our products around the world, and we do it by air freight. And if you're interested in the products at all, you go to coopersstripclub.com. Okay, that's coopersstripclub.com. So there you go. Now we're not going to be online tomorrow. We're visiting a very big church that they're looking at stripping, so fingers crossed. But we will be back in 2 mornings' time, or if you're in England, it's 2 nights' time. So same time in 2 days' time. So cheers, thanks for tuning in.